And welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Mark Clark, and that right there is Brother Nance.
Peace and power, family. Peace and power. Peace and power, everyone. Peace, health, and power to everyone.
So let me tell you something. Brother Nance is, I call him the juice god. The juice god. Any questions I have, let me tell you something what you don't want to ever do. Don't ever, if you at an expo and you trying to sell something, do not ever set up next to this brother. This brother, he sold 1 million bottles of juice and I sold 3 shirts. This brother was killing it, and we, from that point on, I was with his son. His son was killing me. I was like, now I was by myself, but Brother Nance had laid it out. He had it organized. He was the juice guru. People were like, and what I loved about it, Brother Nance, was people not only got healthier, they were excited about it. They were telling people, what did Martin's special was, go run, tell that? They were telling folks, you got to go stop and check this out. I don't know what kind of magical, mystical, whatever Juan was doing, but he had a whole case, and I just saw how systematic he did it. And so as somebody who's, believe it or not, I've juiced, I did a 60-day juice. I wrote a book about it. Of course, gained that weight back. But Brother Nance, I saw him the other day just do a beautiful juice. And I said, man, we have to come on, and I got to pick your brain. And so what we're going to do, it's like, how you got the 2 baby grand pianos and the pianists are going to play? Well, Juan's going to play, then I'm going to play. So, Juan, I want you to go first, and I want you to give your business props. So, first of all, people can order their juices as they watch.
Okay, well, thanks again, man. I just wanted to say thank you for having me on the show. It's always an honor to work with my big brother. I've been a fan of yours since way back then. You kept me entertained when I was in high school. You kept me entertained when I was in college. So I just wanted to say thank you for just being consistent and what your God mission is, which is to spread light and hope and peace and laughter to the people through your endeavors in media. So I just wanted to say thank you for that. So my name is Brother Nance. I'm the founder of Healthy People Juice. That was my original company, but now I'm opening up. I branded with another company, and we're starting Legendary Lifestyle Cafe. We're going to be at 1301 North Broadway. We'll be opening, inshallah, in Women's History Month, which is March. But right now, you can order your juices at www.legendarylifestylecafe.com. So today, we're going to talk about. I'm using my home juices, so there's a difference between home juices and commercial juices. Now you have 2 different style juices. You have a centrifugal juicer, and you have a centrifugal juicer, and you have a cold press juicer. Now the centrifugal juicer is one that moves really fast and is really loud, like this. So that's really loud. So what it does is it heats it up, it breaks it apart. So it's in a sense you're losing a little bit of nutrients, but the centrifugal juicer is good for people that's trying to juice and go. Something you can do early in the morning. And then I also have a cold press juicer, which allows your beverages to last 3 to 5 days when you use a cold press juicer. Now, when you do a centrifugal juicer, it's typically 24 hours or same day, just because a lot of the nutrients are out of it. So I'm going to show the audience hopefully I can turn this camera around. Yeah. So this is, I turned it off. Okay. I don't know how to turn it around. But anyway, this is the Breville. This is the Breville centrifugal juicer right here. You can order this on Amazon. You can get it at Bed Bath & Beyond. They got a lot of coupons. When I bought this in 2013, it was about 200 and some change. They're like 100 and something right now. This right here, the Omega Vert. This is another, the cold press juicer. This allows you 3 to 5 days. When I got this juicer in 2013, this juicer was about $300 and something. You can get that juicer right now for like 200 and some change on Amazon. So I just want to kind of show the people the tools at which you use, and just dispel the myth that juicing is hard. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of cleanup. Yes, it is tedious, but this is what we take time. If we take the time for our body like we do for our car, like we'll take care of our car, we won't take care of our body. If our car, we drive a BMW and the only thing we can put in there is high octane gas, I don't care how broke you are, you're not putting no regular gas in your car. So we need to do the same thing with our body and take the time to actually do that. So today I'm just going to talk about the science of building beverages at home. is three things that people need to know when they're building the beverage. One, you need to figure out what your base is going to be. Your base is going to be the majority of your beverage. Now, for me, I'm gonna make two different beverages for you guys. Today, I'm going to make a fruit-based beverage, and I'm also going to make a vegetable-based beverage. Now, when I say base, the fruit-based one, of course, the pineapple or the apple or whatever. For this particular drink I'm speaking of, the pineapple is going to be the base. So probably 60 to 70% is going to be the actual liquid from the pineapple. Everything else will be flavor agents and additives. So when I say flavor agents, I mean things like pear, mint, mango, things that don't produce a lot of juice. But the flavor is so intense when you do add it to your beverage, you'll still get all the notes in the beverage. So we're going to talk about base, flavor agents, and add-ons. The add-ons can be stuff like cayenne pepper, turmeric powder, fresh turmeric root, which we're going to use today. So it's a variety of things. So the first drink that we're going to do, and you don't have to get organic with everything. I try to get as much organic produce as possible. But the key ingredient is making sure you're triple washing your stuff. So like I do a baking soda bath, a vegetable wash, and I do an apple cider vinegar. Now you can do the same thing at home. You can take a lemon, you can take grapefruit, squeeze it in water, add some apple cider vinegar, and you have your own vegetable wash. So the first drink we're going to make, we're going to use the cold press juicer, and we're going to make we're going to do something with lemon and lime. So one thing about juicing is it's very important to add lemon and lime to your beverages because one, the lemon and the lime actually helps keep your beverages alive. So I used to tell my students when I used to do juicing expeditions with kids, I used to be like, lemon and lime keep the juice alive. So they used to be singing lemon and lime keep the juice alive. So always remember that lemon and lime helps keep the juice alive. So we're going to do a little lemon in this first one, and I'm going to put a half a lemon and a half a lime. So as you see, I'm building the drink out. So I'm going to cut everything. Make sure you got sharp knives too. One thing you want to have is sharp knives. All right, so the first thing we're going to put in there, and one thing about when you're doing juicing is you got to go hard, soft, hard, soft. That means rotate your ingredients. So right now I'm doing soft right now. I'm putting the lemon and the lime in, and I'm doing it in the cold press first. So we're doing the lemon and the lime in the cold press first. So I did my soft, which was the lemon and the lime. Now we're going to go and do the cucumber. So I'm using a whole cucumber. I just cut it in half. You skin it, cut it in half, and cut it in half again. One thing about juicing when you're using equipment, you don't want to force the stuff in there. You want to let it take its time. So let me show you the process. So that's the cucumber. So we did cucumber. And I'm only making 16 ounces of juice. So I mean, if I wanted to do the whole thing, I could. But we're going to do the 16 ounces of juice. Now, as you can see with the lemon and the lime, I got about, and the cucumber, I got a little over, almost close to 10 ounces. So I got about 8 ounces of beverage. So again, we went from hard to soft. Now we want to go back to hard. So I'm going to add an apple in there. And make sure when you put apple in your juices, you cut the core out because the core has arsenic in it. So yeah. So I'm going to put the apples in there. So this is going to be an apple. It's going to be an apple, ginger, turmeric. It's going to be apple, ginger, turmeric. And make sure you skin your ginger as well. So we're going to put a little ginger in there, a little knob of ginger. I'm going to add some more apple. So this is going to be an apple, celery, cucumber, ginger, lemon, lime drink. Celery is a good source of sodium. So we're going to be putting that in now. So we're putting in the celery. So as you notice, I'm building the drink up. So we went lemon, lime, then we did cucumber, then we did apple, then we did ginger, then we did apple again, and now we're doing celery. So I'm gonna put a little bit more celery in there. I notice I only use 2 stalks of celery. And again, I cut it in half, and then I cut it down the middle. All right, so I have that right there. Just to recap what we put in there, we have celery, we have cucumber, we have lemon, lime, ginger, and apple. I'm gonna use the red apple, and I'm gonna put a green apple in there just to break it up a little bit. And that's what building the beverage is about. It's about understanding, the flavor profile, and understanding how each thing juiced. Like, you don't want your beverage to be too sweet. You want it to have like a nice balance. So I have a guest here today in my home, so he'll be able to be a sampler for me, so you guys can see what it actually tastes like. This is what I put my juice in now. All right, and then we're gonna drain it. So you gotta have a strainer. All right, we're draining it. So you're draining it. Hold on. So now we're draining the juice right now. So 16 ounces. So you got 16 ounces right there. So this made about 16 ounces of juice. So you have celery. It was 2 stalks of celery, 1 cucumber, a quarter of lime, a quarter of lemon. You want to taste this juice before you leave, bro? A quarter of lemon or a quarter of lime. So let me know your thoughts. Let the people know your thoughts on this drink on camera. This Alkaline Bodies right here. This is my partners in crime. This is my partners in health. We don't do no crime. The crime, the crime is you not taking care of your health. That's the true crime. You're doing yourself a disservice. How did you like that?
Very refreshing.
So it was celery. Could you taste the celery?
Yes.
Could you taste the cucumber?
Yes.
The green and the red apple?
Yep.
The lemon, the lime?
Yep.
And the ginger?
Yep.
So very well balanced.
It was a good, well balanced, wake up to my palate early in the morning.
All right, awesome. Peace and power, brothers. Yeah, they my Alkaline Bodies brothers. That's why I make all the supplements with the meal plan. We do the bio screening for the people. We do solar, everything health, everything for the people. So I'm gonna taste it to let y'all know what it tastes like. Would you see how clean it is?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, bro. Very clean drink. You want to taste it, bro?
Always.
This Nardo right here, another one of Alkaline Bodies. Say what's up to the people.
What's up, family?
What's up, fam?
These are all about salute. So this is celery again. I want y'all to see how clean it is. There's no pulp in it because I drained it out. You know what I mean? I screened it. So this is a very light, refreshing drink to have in the morning. It's not too sweet, you know what I mean? But it has a nice vegetable content to it with the celery and the cucumber. You know what I mean? Very refreshing, very clean.
You get a taste of everything. Nothing stands out too much. That's why you juice stuff. It's nice and
Thank
balanced.
you, family. Thank you,
Nice
family.
and balanced. I love it.
Peace and power.
I love it. It's a great way to start your day, right?
Great way to start your day. That's what I thought. It's a great way to start my day, my afternoon with Brother Mark Clark.
Look familiar right there. That's a legend right there.
That's a legend, Baltimore legend, man.
What's up, my brother?
Peace, man. Peace and power,
See you
brother.
when we learn.
All right, thank you, man. So that was the first juice that we did on our our cold press juicer. So the reason why I want to start on the cold press juicer, because that's the one, if you're looking to bottle up juices at home to store, like if you're doing your own personal juice cleanses, you want to use cold press technology, because cold press technology gives you more nutrients because it's not heating it up. Now, I don't know if the audience could see or hear, but when I was doing that juice, it wasn't loud. You couldn't even hear that I was juicing. You know what I mean? Like, and again, I didn't use that much ingredients to give me 16 ounces of nutrition. You know what I mean? I use two celeries, one medium-sized cucumber, two apples, one large red apple, and one small green apple. I used a half a lime, a quarter of lemon, and I used a knob of ginger, and that made this wonderful drink right here.
And
So,
so,
and this machine right here, the cold press, it's self-cleaning. So all you gotta do is add water to it, and then cut it on, and then it does a self-cleaning cycle as well.
wow.
So I'll start getting prepping for the next drink. If you want to go into the smoothies.
Yeah, so Juan, I wanted to. A lot of times, I know a lot of people when I post, a lot of people are confused about juicing and about, like you said, smoothies and blenders, right? And so, break that down for us because I know that, and I'll talk while I'm doing it. But first of all, so one of my smoothie joints is almond milk. And I see, Brother Juan, you got the Vitamix in the back there.
Yeah.
This is a dash mixer. It's not as expensive as the Vitamix. The Vitamix is the standard, right? The Vitamix is the professional standard.
Yeah, the Vitamix or Ninja is like standard, industry standard.
This dash, I like the dash because I got it on one of the home shopping network and I can make payments.
Okay.
And it does everything from, you can do a puree, soup, smoothie, ice crush, and frozen. So it's not expensive as the Vitamix, but it offers some same interesting features. So with my smoothie.
So can you do sorbets on that?
Yeah, you can do sorbets.
Okay.
Do, purees. You could do soup and heats it up. You could do a soup thing. And so, I liked it. And so, but people always ask me. So what I do is I'll do this and we'll talk about it. And so the only thing, smoothies. To me, with smoothies, you got to be careful because the calories can get off the chain.
The sugar can get off the chain. Yeah, the sugar can get with both smoothies and juicing. The difference is like with juicing, you're removing the fiber. You know what I mean? And fiber actually helps aid in digestion. But a lot of people that are juicing or need to juice is because their digestive system either needs a break or their upper and large intestines have been impacted, meaning that it's not moving like it's supposed to be moving. So things are getting caked up along the walls inside of the body. So with juicing, it is removing the fiber, but you're getting liquid nutrients that's going to help push, especially if you're drinking kale and stuff like that, because that's going to help detoxify the body and start pushing stuff up out you. Now with smoothies, yes, you do have to watch for the sugar content, but smoothie is a great way if you're looking for something to fill you up. But I always tell people, when you make smoothies, try to add as much superfoods as you can, whether it's maca powder, ashwagandha, spirulina powder, hemp powder, chia seeds, flax seeds. I mean, there's so many different things you can add. That's what I like about smoothies. I make my smoothies in this one of one. So this is like a single thing. So this one I can control what I do. So what I normally do is I dump all my stuff in there. So while you're making your smoothie, I'm gonna make a smoothie as well.
Okay.
All right. So I get my almond milk I get my coconut milk from Aldi's or Trader Joe's. It's like $2.19 or $1.99. The mix I'm gonna do today. I'm going to do a mixed fruit. So this mixed fruit right here, this is only $2 and some change. This will last me probably about a week. If I'm doing a smoothie every day, this will last me like a week and a half. Because you don't need much. And like I said, I'm using this one of one. So what I do is I take a handful of this. And one thing about smoothies, you don't need to add honey or anything like that. I normally do, but this has peaches, pineapple, strawberry, mangoes, a lot of rich in antioxidant things. So what I normally do is I'm going to add a little bit of turmeric powder. So I need something for anti-inflammatory, so I'm going to add a little bit of turmeric powder. But when you're using turmeric powder, make sure that you put a little black pepper in there, because the black pepper is actually going to help with the turmeric absorbing in your body. Without the black pepper, the turmeric means nothing. So I'm gonna put a little bit of black pepper in there. Just
Okay.
a little dash of black pepper. I'm going to put some chia seeds in there. And for my brothers and sisters that work out, chia seeds and I'm not measuring it because I kind of know what I want. So we're doing chia seeds, and I think I have flax seeds here to aid with digestion, but I don't have any flax seeds, so I'm not doing flax seeds. So then what I do is I also put cinnamon. Cinnamon is really, 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 I can't stress that enough on how important cinnamon is, especially for those of us that have a lot of inflammation. Cinnamon is good for us. You know what I mean? And if you do have inflammation, stay away from peanuts, because peanuts actually cause more inflammation in the body. So then my thing is like this, and then I fill it up with milk, because I don't add ice or anything to my smoothies. I use just straight milk and the fruit, and I fill it up because I like my consistency to be a little bit like almost like a sorbet, almost like. So we're making our smoothies. You can add cherries to a smoothie. You can add blueberries for antioxidant. And right now we need all the antioxidants that we can get, especially with this COVID going on. You definitely need antioxidants in your body. You want to try to free them free radicals. Like mine is still a little thick, so you see how thick it is? I'm gonna scoop some out, add a little more coconut milk, and then reblend it. You got a nice color over there, brother Mark. It's looking really pretty over there, brother. Boom. So now I got my smoothie exactly where I wanted it. No, you don't have to use milk. You can use coconut water. You can use coconut water. You can use apple juice. I wouldn't recommend using apple juice. And I forgot to put a little blue agave on there. So put a little blue agave for my little extra sweetener.
Wait a minute, Doc. Cheers.
Salute, my brother. Salute.
Salute. Benji's gonna make his now. Wait a minute. Shan's making hers. Everybody's making their smoothies at home. Salute, everybody.
It said, did you have to use milk when I make? No, you can use coconut water. I wouldn't recommend using apple juice because apple juice got a lot of sugar in it. So I wouldn't recommend using apple juice. I would use coconut water, spring water. I personally like coconut milk, or I like coconut milk personally over almond milk.
So let me hit this out. So Brother Nance, I got a question for you. I got this monster here.
Okay.
Now this is considered a slow. Is this also a cold press?
Like a cold press. Yeah, that's like a cold press, like a masticator.
And the main feature I liked was they said for green, it's great for greens, right?
Uh-huh.
But the part that's funny is it's not to me it's not as easy to maneuver as the two you showed.
It's not. You know why? Because you see that hole right there that you put the stuff in?
Right.
You see how small that hole is?
Right.
That's why it doesn't yield the way it's supposed to yield, because that hole is so small. So that means it's getting backed up. You're using smaller amounts of stuff.
I had to learn. I had to learn to, because like you're right. When I first got it, it was like locked. Like I said, the first thing I did was I jammed the stuff in there and it was locked up. But even now, I have to. It's almost like I have to push it on top of the blades.
You know what I would suggest you do with something like that? I would juice whatever my hard stuff first, like juice your ginger or your lemon, and then I would go green, then I would go something else, then I would go green. Like I would alternate. That way the green just getting pushed through the screen the entire time.
So here's lemon. So do lemon and then apple.
Yeah, apple. I gotta put my smoothie in the refrigerator because I done had my smoothie this morning. I usually don't double up on smoothie. I can drink juice all day. I don't really do smoothies like that. I do smoothies like in the morning or like in the evening. If I don't want to eat dinner, I'll do like a big smoothie. I'll do like 32-ounce smoothie with like spinach and all that stuff in it. And you know, another thing people can use for sweeteners, for smoothies, you can use dates. You can use pitted dates. You can use blue agave. You can use black seed honey. I use black seed honey at times. This is straight from Egypt, so it's black seed and raw honey, black seed oil and raw honey. You can use agave. You can use dates. You can use cinnamon. I mean, so many different things you can do. But one thing I will tell people: don't use any white sugar. Don't use any. You can use stevia. You can use stevia if you want to use stevia. But honestly, if you're going to use stevia, I wouldn't use anything because most of your fruits that you're going to use that's frozen, they already sweet. You know what I mean? So if you're going to, I don't really put a lot of sweetener in my smoothies because it's already naturally sweet with the type of fruits that I've got, like strawberries, pineapple, peaches, mango. They're very rich in sugar. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, they got antioxidants. Okay, good. You eat dates on a regular? Okay, good. Dates are definitely good for you. So we're going to go into our green drink with our centrifugal juicer, just so you guys can get up. So I can show you the same thing that you're doing, Mark, with your juicer. I'm going to do the same thing. Is ginger honey good to use? Yeah, ginger honey is good to use. Yep, ginger honey is excellent to use, actually, so then you don't have to use that much ginger. I like ginger a lot, and ginger is spicy, so I like to taste all the notes in my juice. So
Brother
this next,
Nance, you had mentioned that you don't necessarily like to use a protein powder, even though I use the veggie protein powder, a plant-based protein powder. You said you're not a fan of that, right?
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of protein powder just because of all of the different things that are in there. You know what I mean? Like it's so many. Yeah, it can be plant-based, but there's a lot of fillers. You know what I mean? And that's the challenge. That's why I practice a plant-based diet and not a vegan diet, because the veganism, they put so much sodium and stuff in those things to give it flavor. You might as well just take a whole can of salt and just drink it. You know, take the salt and just do like this. That's why you see a lot of fat vegans or people become starchitarians because they're eating a lot of brown rice. They're eating a lot of pastas. They think, okay, I don't eat no meat, but
wait a minute, hold up. Starchitarian, Brother Nance, really? Starchitarian?
They become starchitarians where their body can't even process it no more. And they become starchitarians and they worse off than the person that's eating meat every day. I had a client that she was vegan for like 2 years and she had more health problems than when she was eating meat. So I switched her to a plant-based diet, and a lot of her cholesterol numbers, all her numbers went down tremendously because she was eating more of a plant-rich diet. You know what I mean? And she wasn't cooking the life out of her food. A lot of times when we're doing plant-based eating, people cook the life out their food. You know what I mean? And most of the stuff you can eat raw, or you can just blanch it. You know what I mean? So it can just become bright green, boom, it's done. You know what I mean? You're just heating and serve. You know what I mean? Yes, it's a little bit more work, but at the end, it's going to be worth it in the end. Like, so this one that I'm making right now, this drink I'm making right now, yes, I'm plant-based as well, but the protein I use, plant has no add. That's good. That's good. Because they do have vegan ones that don't have any additives on the protein tip. I know a few brothers that use protein. We're actually working on a legendary protein powder right now that we're creating right now. So I agree with you. There are some things that if you use a bunch of good superfoods, you can make a really good plant-based protein. So it's not that I'm anti-protein. It's just at one point in my holistic journey, I had too much protein in my urine. So I had to cut back on the things that was producing protein in my body. So I try not to do any outside things other than getting my protein through food. But to each his own. You got to understand your body. You know what I mean? And you got to know your body's constitution. You know what I mean? I eat ginger chews in the morning and at night. My sinus is good now. Yeah, you know what you can do for your sinuses? You can take some lemon water and cayenne, steam it, and put a towel over it, and just inhale and do some breathing exercises, 5 or 10 breathing exercises before you go to bed. And in the morning, you can just put some steam in a cup with some water, some cayenne, or some lime and lemon, and you just steam over top of it. Inhale and blow out. Inhale and blow out. You'll get all that mucus out your body. So this next drink that we're going to make, this is good for inflammation. It's good to get free radicals out your body. So we have jalapeno, a jalapeno. We have cilantro, which is going to help get the excess lead out of our body. So we have cilantro. We have cucumber. We're going to do pineapple, and we're going to do kale and collard greens. All right. So let me show you how we're going to do this. Because again, we're building our beverage. It's about building your beverage. So we're going to do the lime again first. And I want y'all to hear the difference when we juice with this one. So this is centrifugal. Now I probably should be doing this cold press, but I'm gonna do it centrifugal. So with the centrifugal, you got 2 different speeds. You got low and high. So for the things that don't need that much pressure, I usually put it on low. Like for the lime, it's going to be on low speed. All right, we got the lime. We're going to go lemon. Now, I'm not going to put a whole bunch of lemon in there because lemon, if you put the wrong amount of lemon, it can definitely oversaturate your juice. So I'm going to put half of a lemon in there, a quarter lemon. Well, I didn't see that last question. What? Sea moss works for sea moss works on mucus as well. Sea moss works on mucus. Kelp works on mucus. I would just suggest if you're doing sea moss, either take it in the pill form. If you're going to take it in the gel form, just eat it straight out the jar. You can mix it with your smoothies, but once you mix it with the smoothies, you only got like 30 minutes to drink it because the sea moss starts dying. So I wouldn't recommend like making smoothies with sea moss unless you're going to drink it right away. So right now we got lemon and our lime. We're going to do a little bit of turmeric. We're going to do a little bit of turmeric. I'm peeling the turmeric. I'm doing the turmeric. This is going to be an awesome drink. And my base for this particular drink, my base is going to be pineapple. Okay? So my base is going to be pineapple. So when you're building a base, you got that turmeric smells so good. Oh my God. So I'm about to juice this right here. We're going to cut this pineapple up. And you got to cut it in spears. Like I said, it's about how you're juicing. You know what I mean? What you're juicing. How you're juicing it. All right. So I'm cutting everything off the side. I'm cutting the core out the middle. And then I'm going to slice it in some nice little spears that I can juice. Now, when I'm thinking of my base, being that I'm making like a 16-ounce drink, I want at least 8 to 10 ounces to be my base. So I'm going to put this on low because it's pineapple and I don't want it to be foamy. I want the juice. When you put it on high, then you'll get like a real lot of foam. And I don't really like foamy juices. So I'm going to go ahead and put this pineapple in there. We're at about a little over 2, we'll be close to 10. So we're going to take this quarter pineapple. Put a pineapple. So we got our base. I got about 10 ounces where I want to be at. And just to break it up, because I already peeled this, I'm going to put some cucumber in there. So now we're over exceeding where I want to be. We at 16 ounces. All right, so now we're going to go to our kale. So I have my kale. So as you can see, my kale, I'm taking it off the stem.
Hey, bro, what's she says what vegetables are not high in ironclad acid? What's ironclad acid? Hey, brother Nance. Brother Nance.
All right, so right now, thus far we have collard greens, we have kale, we I'm gonna do a
Brother is
little bit
working,
of
ain't it?
spinach. So we're gonna do collard greens, kale. This is gonna be a super green drink. Collard greens, kale, spinach, jalapeno. So I'm about to put this on low because it's spinach. Spinach not as thick, so you don't have to put it on high. So we got that, and we'll put a little jalapeno. You see this little teeny bit of jalapeno? We don't need that much. And I'm gonna put some cilantro in there. And now we got a jalapeno, cilantro, and just to make sure I get all of those notes in there, the cilantro and all of that, I'm gonna run an apple through there just to make sure I get everything out of there. I ain't gonna add no pineapple. I don't want pineapple. I don't really. It smells so good. Like, I wish y'all could smell this drink. Like, oh my god! And so what happens is the apple actually helps clean the juice's screen. So as I'm greasing this, it's cleaning the screen as well. So now I got all of my ingredients pushed through. Like, if y'all can smell this, like it smells crazy. Like you can cilantro. I can smell the cilantro in this drink. You know what I mean? Like I smell of cilantro. So this is gonna be a power drink. Like this is probably my lunch right here. This is I ain't gonna say probably. This is lunch right here. So what we're gonna do is I gotta clean my screen out. Let me get a bigger container. We're gonna go. This one of my smoothie container. I drink this either a smoothie this size in the morning or a smoothie at night. This will hold me over all day. You know what I mean? Like in the morning, I usually do it like lemon water, hot lemon water just to activate my liver for the day. So I drink some hot lemon water first thing in the morning. I drink some water or have some herbal tea. If I'm really hungry, I'll have a smoothie or a juice. But most of the time, I don't break fast about maybe 11:30, 12 o'clock. So this is actually perfect. So this juice right here today that I'm making right now, this actually is my lunch for today. All right, so let me go ahead and drain this. But as you can see how thick it is, that's the difference between the centrifugal and the cold press. The centrifugal, the juice all thick and foamy. So there's a lot more draining I got to do because they ripped it up. You know what I mean? So, and that's one thing. You don't want your juice to be all thick and, I mean, you want your juice to be something palatable. You want it to be, so you got to take your time. You know what I mean? You can't be rushing with your health. You know what I mean? Like it's a tedious process, but I rather pay now, take my time now instead of paying later in life where I got to take all these medicines and I gotta be walking around with a cane asking my kids to help me with stuff. No, I'm not with that. I'm trying to run around with my grandkids.
So Brother Nance, you said with the centrifugal, this is good for what, 24 hours?
Yeah, the centrifugal is good for 24 hours.
Okay. And then somebody asked about ironclad acid. I don't know what that is. I guess Linda says, what vegetables are not high in ironclad acid or high in acid?
Say that part again.
Linda says, what vegetables are not high in ironclad acid? I'm not familiar with ironclad.
For some reason, I don't know why I can't hardly hear you. I don't know if because I had an incoming call, but you're really low. So let me try something. Now say something again.
Check 1, 2.
Yeah, I can hear you, just not that loud. Let me see something. Let me do something on my end. Hold on.
Is that any better?
I can hear you. It's just super low. So I don't know, because I had an incoming call, so I don't know if that was, did it say what vegetables are not high in ironclad acid? I mean, the question is hard because you got to think about what vegetables are not GMO. You know what I mean? So that right there in itself is a challenge. I would just say that's something I would have to really do a little bit more research on. I don't want to just speak haphazardly. Anything I don't know, I like to bring it back to my team and we figure it out. So I will definitely take your question, Miss Linda, and I'll do some research. I just don't want to talk haphazardly. As one thing I don't do. If I don't know, I will do my research to find out. I'm not a health expert. I'm just a healthy living ambassador. So I just try to, encourage people. I'm an encouragement coach. So I try to encourage people to live a healthier lifestyle, encourage them by just my example. So Linda, I will definitely get that information for you and get it back to Mark. And he'll have that for you. He'll have that for you by the end of the week.
All right.
So we almost finished draining this juice, but as you can see how thick it is, right?
I was looking at your technique because figuring that out is hard.
Yeah, I mean, like this right here, this is lunch right here. This right here is lunch. This right here is lunch. This was one cucumber, a handful of collard greens, a handful of kale, one whole cucumber, a half a pineapple, a quarter lemon, quarter lime, a handful of turmeric, 2 turmeric knobs this big, 2 turmeric knobs this big, a bunch of cilantro, and let's see what it tastes like, and a jalapeno. Look how green and rich that is. Can you imagine how your body gonna feel? This is slamming. And you know what's so funny? This is my first time ever making this drink in my whole life. And now I love it. So I'm gonna add it to my repertoire. But what I'm saying is I just want to show you how you build. The only reason why I'm able to just do different type of beverages is because I understand the science on how to build a beverage up. You're not just juicing, you're building your health. You're not just juicing. Let's get juicing out of our mind like we're building something. Okay? You don't build a house with the roof first. You got to build the foundation first. You can't start. I'm gonna put the roof and the windows on. You're like, well, where's the walls? Where's the framing? Like, how are you gonna put windows in the house? And there is no walls. There's no roof. There's no frame. So you have to do the same thing with juicing. You have to build it up. So I start with the bottom. I put the lemon and the lime. That's going to keep the juice alive. We can say it together. Lemon and lime keep the juice alive.
Lemon and lime keep the juice alive. Lemon and lime keep the juice alive. Keep the juice alive.
So the lemon and lime keep the juice alive. Then you add your ginger, and I'm building up. So that first drink, the cucumber was the base because it produced the most liquid. So this cucumber gave me about 8 ounces of liquid. So then all I had to do was build on top of that. Okay, let me add, it's 8 ounces of this. Let me add 2 ounces of celery. Then now that I know I'm at 14, now I'm at 12 ounces. 4 ounces is going to be nothing but my sweetener or my added fruit, which was my apples. So I added 2 apples that gave me the 4 ounces that I need, whereas though majority of that drink was vegetable based. So 60 to 80% of that juice was vegetable based. Now let's talk about the new drink that I made on why I said that the formula works for whatever you have your desire to make. The formula, same thing. I started with the lemon and the lime. Then I put a little bit of turmeric in there. My base was pineapple. So I did about 10 ounces or more, about 8 ounces of pineapple. So now that 8 ounces of pineapple, which was the halfway point of the beverage. But I knew that I didn't want it sweet. I wanted it more earthy. So that's why I put collard greens, kale, spinach, because all those greens blend well together. And I didn't put celery in there because if you put celery in the drink and you put too much in, it could kill the whole drink. And one thing that I want to let the people know about juicing, cucumbers and celery, they start breaking down in your beverage the fastest. So if you're not drinking it right away and you hold it for a couple of days, then your juice will taste a little sour because it starts fermenting. You know what I mean? So you're taking it as a solid and making it to a liquid, and they already start going into the fermenting process once you juice it. So again, this beverage, the base was pineapple. As long as you know what your base is, whether it's a vegetable base or a fruit base, that's actually the key to blending a great drink. You know what I mean? This drink tastes good. And I'm not just saying it because I made it. I've never made it before. And I was a little apprehensive at first, but I told myself I wanted to do something a little different. And I did some research last night on jalapenos for one of my clients. So very clean drink. You can't taste the jalapenos. You can taste the cilantro. I taste more of the spinach. And that's crazy because I actually hate spinach in my juices and my smoothies. I like eating spinach, salads, but I don't like juicing it. But this particular drink tastes good because the pineapple balances everything out. The pineapple is not too sweet. It's sweet, but it is a little acidic. So it's going to break up. It's going to start breaking down the digestive system as soon as it hits my system. So I don't know if that answered that question, but I just wanted to come on here and just let people know it's about building a beverage, building your health. You know what I mean?
Brother Nance, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you, Mark.
Okay, so we talk about the cheap way, because like you said, we always talk about how expensive it is to eat well, how expensive it is for fruits and vegetables. Give us the oh Lord, is it gone? Brother Nance, going to tell us how to do it on a budget. He mentioned all these. He mentioned getting his, getting, because you could see he's got a lot at his crib. And so hopefully I can get him back on. But if not, hey, this was the first time we did it together. But man, that was fun, wasn't it? We had a blast. Again, what I thought was interesting about Brother Nance was his machines he's had forever. So the upkeep.
My bad. Sorry, I can hear you loud and clear now.
So, bruh, we wanted, you were talking about how to do it on a budget. Basically, we always talk about how hard it is to eat healthy. I always say that, but you say it doesn't have to be that expensive.
It's not. Actually, eating a plant-based diet is way cheaper than what people think. I was working with my accountant, like I was telling you the other day. I was working with my accountant doing my budget for the year. My accountant was so surprised that I can live off of $50 a week on the food tip. She was like, how? She was like, how do you live off $50 a week on the food tip? I said, well, number one, you know what I mean? I am in charge of the free produce at my school. So those free produce boxes, I use everything in them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not one of the people that's like, yo, I don't want the free food. Like, no, I'm going to make some cabbage. I'm going to make some broccoli. I'm going to do something with the potatoes. I'm going to do something with everything. But no, honestly, I shop at places like Aldi's. I buy certain items and I shop every 2 days. So I don't buy a whole bunch of stuff at one time. So I'll go to the market on Sunday and buy my food for like Tuesday. Because I don't really like eating leftovers like that. So I try to make enough whereas though if I make something for dinner, I can have it for lunch the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll make like that red rice stir fry I made yesterday, right? This is all I got left from that yesterday. So I don't have a lot of leftovers. So if I wanted to eat this with a salad, I could eat this with a salad. So I kind of build my meals out throughout the week. And then you got to get pantry staple when you're doing plant-based, like quinoa. This is like $2 and some change. You get 2-3 bags. This bag I bought 2 months ago. I'm still working on the bag from 2 months ago. You dig what I'm saying? Like your red rice, your beans. You just gotta find your staples. And once you find what you like on the plant-based tip, then you just I love Caribbean food and I love Asian food. So all my plant-based food tastes like either Caribbean food or Asian food because those are my favorite cuisines. You know what I mean? And I like Indian food. So my foods are going to taste either my plant-based food going to be curry heavy, jerk heavy. It's going to be sweet with chickpeas and masala sauces and stuff like that. And a lot of stuff, and buying your nuts and stuff help as well because I make a lot of my own sauces too, so I don't have to spend extra money spending $3 for a sauce that ain't good for me when I could take a handful of nuts, some water, some spices, blend it up in the blender, that little blender I showed you, and that's my cheese sauce. That's my sauce for my thing. So that's how I'm able to eat well on a budget because I eat the same thing every week. I eat salads. I buy bags of salad every week. I buy red peppers. I buy the same thing every week almost. Now, like this week, I switched up a little bit. I had a taste for some fish. So I got me some rockfish and I got me some rainbow trout. You know what I mean? But again, I didn't get a whole pound. I said, bro, let me get two of those and one of those. My bill came to like $6. I didn't say, yo, let me get 5 of those. Let me get 10. No, let me get 1 and 1 because I just had a taste for it. You know what I mean? But I understand my body's constitution. So one thing I will say about it's not that expensive, exactly. I shop just like the brother said, I shop every 2 days. And it's very helpful because you don't have to waste anything. Because a lot of times what happens is we'll buy a whole bunch of vegetables like, yeah, I'm motivated. I'm going to be healthy. We buy all these vegetables. Then we look in the refrigerator. We like, damn, I forgot I had them tomatoes. Yo, now they mush. Oh, my God, my greens are black now. Like, yo, oh my. And you every day. You open the refrigerator every day. You're looking right over it to grab that bacon or to grab that. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? I'll try again tomorrow. You know what I mean? And so that's what happens. That's why I tell people, buy what you want to eat for now. You know what I'm saying? Let's get one day out the way. And then what's good the next day. You know what? I like the way this set. Like let me tell you something, Mark. One thing about plant-based eating, you can have so much fun and it's so creative. Like I put everything in the salad. Blueberries, avocado, tortilla chips. I go crazy on the salad tip. You know what I mean? Like, one thing about plant-based eating, you want to eat the entire rainbow. You know what I mean? The darker the fruit and vegetable, the better it is for your body. We are carbon people. We are carbon-based people. So anything that's super dark, that means it had enough energy in the sun. It's a carbon-based fruit or vegetable, and your body needs that. So the purple cabbages, the purple eggplant, the dark green leafy things, anything that's dark, we're supposed to be eating. Black, purple sweet potatoes, Japanese sweet potatoes, things of that nature. I shop at the H Mart. I shop at the LA Mart. I shop where people don't look like us shop at. You know what I mean? Because they know better. You know what I'm saying? What they getting? You know what I mean? Like I drink plenty of coconut water because I know some people don't like water. I love water, but I know that coconut water is going to help lubricate my body. It's going to give me some things that I need. So I get this type of coconut water. This is probably the most expensive thing I buy, Mark, every week. These are $2.99. I buy about 4 or 5 of these every week. This is the most expensive part of my habit. My health habit is these coconut waters because it's pure coconut waters in a glass bottle and it tastes very well. I'll have one of these a day for 5 days.
What's that called, man? I haven't seen that before.
Coconut water. I get it from Sprout.
What's the brand?
Sprout. The Sprout brand. Sprout.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So just to answer your question, like to be a vegan, it's expensive to be a vegan. Now it is expensive to be a vegan because you're trying to get those fake cheese steaks and fake meats, and you're spending an arm and a leg for fake stuff that's full of protein and fake proteins and potato starches, and you know what I mean? Like here go my cheese. This is my cheese right here. My plant-based vegan cheese, straight from Aldi's. Mozzarella, $2 and some change. Now, compared to some of my other cheeses I get, I wouldn't say this is the best brand because it has like potato starches and stuff like that in there, which is not really good. But I mean, we got to start somewhere. Yeah, I'd rather eat this than eat cow's milk cheese any day. You know what I mean? So to answer your question, I would say if a person is looking to transition, I would say focus on a plant-based diet. Focus on eliminating things one thing at a time. You may say, you know what, this week or these next 3 days, I'm not eating no chicken. Once you get past day 1, day 2, day 3, high five yourself. Boom, no more chicken. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean you're not eating chicken for the rest of your life, but after a while, eventually, once out of sight, out of mind. You know what I mean? And like I tell people, I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect. That's why I had to share my fish story. I tell my friends I'm damn near vegan. You know what I mean? I'm not vegan. I'm damn near vegan. I'm damn near plant-based. I eat what my body's constitution allows me to eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm Muslim, so if I travel, I could be vegan for 20 years or plant-based. If I go somewhere and they prayed over a goat, I'm going to eat that goat. You know what I mean? And I'm going to enjoy that goat. You know what I mean? Just because I understand the balance in my body, like, and when you start understanding your body, you know what I mean? Like, I know when I didn't have enough water, my back will start hurting, or my energy would be crazy, or if I had too much starchy food, I'll become real gassy. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, yo, you need to drink some water. Yo, all right, bro, you need to do a juice cleanse. You know what I mean? And a lot of times we have parasites in our body, and that's why a lot of people don't actually lose weight. They gain weight, they lose weight, they gain weight, or they stay plateaued, because all the good stuff that's going in the body, the parasites are going right at it. I had parasites in my body because I was eating stuff out my garden. You know what I mean? And so I didn't even realize I was cleaning it with vegetable wash and all that. When I went to my doctor, I was saying, yo, why do I keep having, I'm like, why is my stomach having all these issues? I'm like, I'm not eating crazy. And he was like, you know what it is, brother Nance? When your stomach is fluttering and you got gas, that means you got parasites inside your body. And I was like, damn. So I took some Parapro, put it under my tongue, maybe about 30 days. All the stomach issues was gone. The fluttering stomach was gone. The gas was gone. You know what I mean? So I try to, every couple months, I try to just, you know what I mean? Because I eat a lot of vegetables. So even if you're cleaning it, you know, you still got parasites that's going in the skin, going in the flesh of things. You know what I mean? So that's why I tell people, make sure you really, really thoroughly clean your fruits and vegetables. It may take a little longer, but a baking soda bath, a vinegar wash, and a vegetable wash. You can make your own vegetable wash at home with squeezing lemons, grapefruit, and orange, and adding a little bit of apple cider vinegar. That's your vegetable wash right there. So it's just about cleaning your things. And shopping to eat, not with your stomach, but with your mind. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you're like, I'm so hungry. You know what I mean? But are you really hungry, or are you thirsty? A lot of people are not even hungry. They're dehydrated. You know what I mean? So they're feeding sugar. Like a person that got candida, you shouldn't be eating cookies and candy. You're just feeding the candida like, yes, thank you. Keep feeding me. Feed me. Like right now, if COVID came in my body, it would be in trouble. It'd be like, oh shit, we in the wrong body. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, this brother is ready to fight. You know what I mean? Like, my body is ready to fight. I ain't been sick, Mark, in about 15 years, Mark.
I love it, man. I love it. Hey, man. So, you know, you just scare me with the parasites. Also, like with the wash, I know some people use a little bleach. That's pretty dangerous, right?
I wouldn't use no bleach at all.
Yeah.
I wouldn't use bleach at all. Bleach is not for human consumption.
Yeah.
I wouldn't use no bleach at all. I don't care how much you dilute it. The best thing you can do is take a lemon, a lime, or just even some lemon or lime juice. Pour it in some water with a little bit of a tablespoon or 2 capfuls of apple cider vinegar or regular white vinegar. Pour that in there. That's your vegetable wash right there. Again, these should be staples in our cabinet. We should all have apple cider vinegar in our cabinets. We should all have chia seeds and quinoa, and you know what I mean? Like, we shouldn't just have white flour. Like, I don't have nothing white in my house, Mark. I don't have no white sugar, no white flour. There's nothing white in my house but towels and certain cups. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't do nothing white in this house at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that stuff kills you. You know what I mean? Like, all that stuff kills you, man. Like, and you know, and that's why I had to let the people know that the darker, the better. There's finally something good with darkness. You know what I mean? And the other people know that. You understand what I'm saying? So I started this company to remove all the jargon and all the confusion that they put out here with health. You know what I mean? Everybody can't have the same diet. Like, you know, the keto work for some people, but then don't work for other people, because you got to do what's good for your body. You know what I mean? Like, and everything is, and us black people, we can't do the same diets as everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, unfortunately, our melanin, our skin tone gives us a different, our body. Yeah, we got the same organ functionality, but we are carbon beings. So our body We need sunlight. Why you think people up north are so angry and the people in the south are more happier? Because they're around sunlight. They're in the sun majority of the time. People that live in the Midwest, they're happy brown and Latino people because they're in their element. Us that live up north, this yo-yo up and down, sun, cold, hot. We angry because we not getting enough vitamin D. We in closed doors. I mean, health has so many layers to it, brother Mark. Juicing is just one way. Juicing just gives your digestive system a break. You know what I mean? Which most of us need. You know, a lot of us are just really basically, for back a lot of words, a lot of us are just full of shit. You know what I mean? And we need to let it out. You know what I mean? And we're not letting it out. You know what I mean? And it's impacted. You know what I mean? You ever see somebody, Mark, that has a flat stomach, but big arms, big legs, and big old whatever, you know, man or woman? You know what happens is they may not be using the bathroom on the regular, so when the fat can't go out, when it can't come out their body, it attaches to different things. So it attaches to your arms, it attaches to your legs. You have women that can't lose weight in their legs, but got a flat stomach, small up top, small arms, but legs are humongous. You dig what I'm saying? I had a client like that. And once we did the science, we realized that she wasn't going to the bathroom as often as she would like. You know what I mean? Like, whereas though, as we getting older, like I'll be 45 this year. It's very important as we getting older. It may sound weird, but you need to really be monitoring how often you're using the bathroom. That is very important. Because if you're not to the bathroom in the morning, you're not going in the bathroom in the evening, something's wrong. You know what I mean? If you're only going to the bathroom twice a week, you need to definitely either do a colon cleanse with some herbs, natural herbs, or you need to go get a colonic. You know what I mean? And get that waste about you. One other thing I would like to tell the people is this. Before you can detox your body, you have to detox your organs, okay? If your organs are not functioning properly, I don't care how much juice you drink, how much smoothies you eat, how much dieting you do. If your organs are not at its highest supreme capability, juicing me, you just giving me your money and we flushing it down the toilet. You know what I mean? So I always start my clients off with a colon cleanse, an herbal colon cleanse, a 7-day herbal colon cleanse. And then from there, they do their liver and their kidney. After they do the livers and the kidney, then we go into juice detoxing and smoothies and salads. But until I know what your organ functionality is, like right now, I'm on the second half of my liver and kidney, my liver and kidney detox right now. So I did my colon cleanse towards the end of the year. It's a 2-week one, so I did it like right after my birthday. So I did like the last 2 weeks of the year. And the beginning of this year, I was taking the colon cleanse. And I'm gonna just tell you, bro, you take 2 at night, you wake up in the morning, you're exercising them demons. And I go to the bathroom on a regular basis. You understand what I mean? So for me, it was like I don't never like to bring nothing to the people that I don't do myself first. You know what I mean? So that way I can tell people what they're going to do, what they're going to deal with, what the challenge is going to be. But I will just leave the people with this, man. Our 3 greatest things that we can do for our health regimen: sleep, sleep, sleep. You know what I mean? Water and rest are the 2 most important things we can do to our body. Water and rest, especially with us being in this pandemic. A lot of us are spending a lot of time in front of computers. We're getting screen fatigue. We're getting a lot of electricity coming to our brains. That's why people are having sleeping issues. I was one of them. You know what I mean? Whereas though we're on the phone all day. And our brain at 8, 9 o'clock, and we're looking at the thing, we still think it's daytime outside. So our brain is never adjusting to saying, so now for the last 2 weeks, because I was struggling with sleep. And the last 2 weeks, I bought me a Himalayan salt mood lamp, and I just been cutting my phone off and not looking at my phone like around 9 o'clock. That's the last time I look at my phone. And I just cut it off, put it to the side. Since I've done that, man, my sleep has improved. So I kept wondering, like, yo, why am I tossing and turning? Why am I tossing and turning? I'm like, what is going on? My mind is not resting. I'm like, I'm resting, but I'm not sleeping, and I'll be tired. Like, I'll go to sleep at 4 in the morning and wake up at 6:30 like nothing happened. Like, and that's not normal because our body right now, we're supposed to be eating with the sun and the moon. That's how our body's supposed to be. So in the summertime, you're supposed to have your biggest meal at the highest point of the sun. You know what I mean? In the wintertime, like right now, I have my biggest meal like around 2:30, 3 o'clock. You know what I mean? just because that's like the highest point of the sun, like around maybe 12, 12:30, 1 o'clock. I have my biggest meal. When the sun go down, here lately I ain't been really doing well, but when I was on it, after the sun go down, if I didn't eat dinner, I'm only eating fruits and drinking water and stuff like that because our body and our organs start releasing and doing what it's supposed to do as the sun goes down. And so it can be putting out poisons or good stuff. So that's why sleep is important, because that's the time where we're in homeostasis, where our body is rejuvenating our cells. We got to get our cell health together. You know what I mean? So that's why I say rest and water. Those are the those are the two main things that we can do, that we can control. We can control our water intake. You know what I mean? And there's so many freaky things you can do with water. You can put lemons in there, limes in there, blueberries, cilantro, mint. I mean, there's no excuse for a person not to drink water. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I get clowns all the time. Like, Brother Nash, I don't like water. What do you mean you don't like water? You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy to me. You know what I mean? Like, and there's so many different kinds of water, and there's so many different ways. I sell my own water brand. It's my natural spring water out in Colombia. It's called Alkaline Drip. It's an 8.5 natural spring water, because you can have too much alkalinity. You know what I mean? You need a balance of alkalinity and acidity, because if you're too alkaline, then you're not receiving any nutrient. You're flushing everything out. Same thing with distilled water. Distilled water actually pushes the nutrients out your body. You know what I mean? And it's a study. In some countries, water is actually used as medicine. So some people get distilled water at certain times of the day, alkaline water at certain times of the day, spring water when you're sick. It's so many different. I mean, it's so many different levels and signs to this health thing. It's ridiculous.
So, Brother Nance, give us the website, how people can contact you, and we will wrap it up, my brother.
Thank you, Brother Mark. Thank you for having me again. I hope that everyone received this information. I hope it was very helpful.
Oh, definitely.
You can follow us at you can follow us online at Legendary Lifestyle Cafe. www.legendarylifestylecafe is our website for you to order our 7 series ginger shot, or to order a 3-day cleanse, or a 4-pack, or a 6-pack. If you want some one-on-one juice consultation or in-home juicing session, you can contact me directly at 443-310-3171. Also can be found on IG at Legendary Juice Doc. Legendary Juice Doc, formerly of Healthy People Juice. So thanks again, Brother Mark. I'm super excited. I'm glad that I came on here today. You know, you're one of my favorite guys. I look up to you a lot, man. And just thank you for, believing in me. You've always been consistent. When we first cut into each other, you're like, brother, I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna help you, brother. And I look forward to us co-authoring this book together. Just telling both of our health journeys on what we're doing. Because again, health is for the people. It's for you. It's not for anyone else. So again, remember, we don't have good days. We create them. We create the life we want, so we can spread our love, light, energy to the world. Peace and power, family, love each and every one of y'all. Thank you, Brother Mark.
Thank you, brother. I'm attaching to this brother right here. He's going all the way to the moon. Brother, appreciate you, man. Love you. And thanks everybody who was in here. Appreciate it. And we'll put the Doc, make sure you put the website and stuff in the comments.
I'm about to do it right now.
Yeah, put it all in there. And because we need to get our water up. I know we're gonna be calling. My kidney is ready to be detoxed and all that stuff. But don't forget, guys, I put it in there too. My new website just launched today, reinventingmarkclark.com. My brother's going to be a part of it. We're going to do that book. And again, Benji, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Renee, everybody else, Evelyn, have a blessed day. Any parting words, Doc? We good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm just, I'm charged up. I got my, you see, I told you this is a new drink for me, man, and I actually like it. It might, this might become the Mark Clark on my menu. I ain't gonna lie, cause we named all our beverages after historic people, and I told them we need to start giving our legends their stuff while they're here. I don't want you to get the juice after you're gone. I want you to be able to taste the juice like, yeah, that was my juice. You know what I mean? So you know what? I'm gonna talk to my team. I think this about to be the Mark Clark, baby. This the Mark Clark. You know what I mean? Well, the Mark Clark is spicy and good for you. You feel me?
I gotta get a case of Mark Clark. All right, bro. Take care. Everybody, all right, peace. Good. Peace.